Hey guys, Xel'crin here, and today we're here to play yet another Killing Floor map. Now today we're here to play a map called ScrapHeap. I don't know anything about this map maker. We've never encountered each other before, so obviously I'm going to have to give my normal disclaimer at the end of this video. But I know he's made quite a few maps from the looks of it. I'm not sure if he's made any recently, but I've seen plenty of them in the past, and he definitely seems to be the kind of guy who can write a description, apparently. So hang on a minute, because it's pretty lengthy, so bear with us. By day, the scrap heap is just another... Oh, I'm getting called by random numbers. I am so sorry. So sorry about that, guys. I just got a random-ass phone call from an unknown number in the middle of my fucking... recording. So anyway, that's where we were. By day, the scrap heap is just another East End scrap metal merchant, but by night, it's a venue for the most vicious form of bare-knuckle boxing. What the... Okay, so already off the bat, this story's off the walls, and I kind of like it, to be honest. I kind of like that. It's kind of refreshing, but anyway. Tonight's... God, what was that sound? Anyway, tonight sees the return of a champion of champions, fueled by the distant memory of destruction and sweet pain. Pity on those who take sanctuary in his abode, for the brute is on his way home. So apparently we got a guy who can write pretty decently, at least. So let's see how his map is. I'm a writer myself, so it always is kind of cool to find other writers out in the community, whatever the fuck they're doing. Come on. Come on, load. Load time's a bit there, but that's kind of normal, I think. Maybe? This is taking a little while. I can't tell if something's up or if the map is just that big. It could be. This is taking a while, yeah. Oh, there we go. Alright. I don't remember it normally being that long. Alright. Woo! Alright, so right off the bat, we're greeted to a fucking huge map. Holy shit. This isn't... I like what I see. Now, I can't believe I have to say this, but props to the guy for not having to mislead his audience, which unfortunately a lot of these map people have to do with false thumbnails. He legit took something out of his map, and it looks cool so far, but that's what I've been focusing on for so long. Sorry about that, but anyway. Right off the bat, it's really dark as fuck in here. That's not necessarily a bad thing. It just, you know, adds a bit of a challenge. Makes it a little bit harder to see what I'm looking at. Is that... Okay. I'm still waiting on the map that legit actually just has the skybots or something moving. Or just maybe not even a skybots, like a legit, like, sky model type thing. I don't know what these big game devs do. I don't know what the fuck it's called, if that's actually a skybots or not. I've been over that in the previous episodes, so I really don't know, like I said. But, yeah. But, right off the bat, it looks cool. We definitely... Oh god, someone got killed there. It's definitely... The theme is definitely correct. Like, this definitely... I definitely feel like I'm in a scrapyard. I definitely feel like... You know, it's... As it was said in the thing. So far, I haven't seen any mention of the boxing, except possibly that? Maybe this is where they duked it out and fought to the death in the middle of the night. The fuck? Bell? Why am I hearing a bell? That way, I hear that. That's actually cool. What the fuck? What triggered that? I'll find out what triggered that. Hang on, guys. Let me get through this wave of fucking Zeds here. Clocks. Fucking... Alright, here. God, what is it with this game and green lights? I'm noticing lots of them everywhere I go now. I don't know what it is. But yeah, where did that bell come from? Is there a bell tower somewhere? What am I missing? Am I missing something? I really want to know where that bell came from. Bells are actually one of my favorite instruments, or just things that make noise, period. I don't know. That sounds weird when I say it like that, but it's true. I just really like bells. Just gonna throw that out there. Oh god, this bug. Okay, hang on. There we go. Thank god that one map maker told me about this bug ages ago. But, yeah, I don't know where the bell's coming from. Really wish I knew where the bell's coming from. Maybe? Wait, that. That looks like a... Is that... I think that's a church. That's cool. So he actually put some design into the outside of the map, so that's cool. That's good. There it is again. I don't know if it's just randomized or if it's actually triggered. It seems to be entirely randomized, but hard to say for sure what's happening there.
Just right.
Alright, knife. My only complaint is this music is getting a little bit repetitive. Like, at least there's music there, period. But if this is going to be the same song for the entire time, ooh, that's going to be a bit of a problem, you know what I'm saying? So, Matt Maker, if you're watching this, if you actually took the time to listen to my criticism, you probably are going to want to work on that, maybe. You might want to add some variety. Because, it's getting a little bit old. Just throwing that out there. And again, this is one of the older maps. For all we know, I might have actually done this guy's maps in the past, and I'm just a fucking idiot. Like, I've been playing so many maps, I'm starting to forget some names. Like, some names just stick the fuck out, some names really don't. This must really... Okay, this is where the fighting really happened. This is like some fucking... This is like a fucking arena, for God's sake. Obviously, it looks like some people may have got pretty hurt here before the invasion came out. Yeah, it's just gonna loop the music. Okay, I don't... I'm trying to think how I can fix that for you guys, but I don't think I really can. So if it gets annoying for you, I don't know how I can really fix this other than to turn off music, period, but I don't want to do that because I know some people just go crazy. You know what, actually, you know what, hang on. One sec, guys. I actually am going to turn off music. I'll explain why in a sec. 1 second, guys. Alright, we're back. So the reason I did that, I know some people really need music. Like, they really need music in some situations. Like, I have a friend like that, for God's sake, so I definitely know. Where if there's literally no music, they'll go crazy. But I figure, wait a minute, why make you suffer with the same song and, you know, forcing you to potentially mute the video and just watch the gameplay and not hear what I'm saying, when I could just simply mute the damn audio, mute the music that has been looping forever, and just say, you know what, guys, pull out your headphones, if you can dare to have fucking tolerate my fucking microphone's echoiness, and just listen to your own music right now. That'd probably work out better, to be honest, than the fucking stuff I can get royalty-free if on my channel getting just fucking stricken down by God almighty music industries. So, yeah, I'm sorry for those of you who, you know, who can't bear with my voice and probably just gonna beat the video anyway, but for those of you who can, put some headphones in, jam to your own tunes, there you go. Problem solved. So yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, I figured you guys didn't want to hear it looping. I really didn't want to hear it looping, to be fair, either. Matt Major, if you're still doing this, like, if this is still your thing, I would highly suggest you put some variety in the music, because it can just really... It really bothered me, so I'm pretty sure it's especially bothered people who are way more sensitive to that stuff, because I'm not usually sensitive to this kind of stuff. It's just... No. Like, I can honestly, I'm one of the kind of people who can honestly listen to the same songs repeatedly, but, I'm sorry, that song just does not suit it. Like, just heavy, like, guitars and shit going off in my ears for, like, ages is not really gonna help me at all. It's a little weird not having any music on my end, but you guys hopefully are jamming to something, God knows what, on your end, so hopefully it's not as weird for you. I think, yeah, let's get the Daytona. Fuck armor. Don't really need it. I don't really care if I die, you know this. I just kind of am going out around reviewing the map. So far, it really is a good map. It's perfectly on theme. That's why I'm not really, like, specifically pointing too much out. Because it's a scrapyard. I can definitely feel it. This little underground section's a little weird, but I can see this being in a scrapyard. I can see this being in these kind of places. Especially with an elaborate backstory that apparently says that this place is also, like, it almost sounds like an MMA, if not just pure fighting area here. So, I think it fits. Everything so far is fits. So far I have no complaints. It looks pretty nice. Like, I don't mean that in a sense that, you know, it looks dazzling, it looks beautiful, and there's all these colors everywhere. Like, some of these maps we played that are just trippy as fuck, but also look cool as fuck. But, it looks good in a sense that, in this case, it looks shit. And by that, this is going to sound weird. People are going to take this audio out of context and use it for things. I know, it's already happening. But, what I mean by that is, in a sense, it looks like a scrapyard. Everything is destroyed. Like, everything looks like this. Everything looks... I don't really know how to describe a scrapyard other than kind of worn down, like it's been through some shit. You know. I don't mean it's shit in a design. I mean, it looks like a scrapyard. It looks how a scrapyard would look. It looks dirty. It looks messy. It looks perfect, really. I definitely feel like I'm in a scrapyard. I call that a success. If that was the map maker's intention, which, yeah, it was, judging by the map title and the description. You've succeeded, dude. Good job. And I just found armor. Thank you. I would go on a rant about that, but it's one freebie. Like, we've had, like, that one map, that forest map, where it was just crazy. I really do like that bell. It's random, though, so I think. I don't think it's triggered, it seems. I feel it should probably go off a little bit less, like, maybe set the timer higher. But that's just me. That's just because I think it's, like, the repetition is getting a little bit weird, in my opinion. Like, that's only where this map has kind of suffered right now, the audio aspect of it. Like, the music was looping, there was no variety to it, the bells going off a little bit too much for my taste. But, you know, that's not the most important thing in the map. Like, it can be, it really depends on the type of thing you're doing, and for this kind of thing, it really doesn't matter as much. It matters in a sense that I'm not going to give you a 10 out of 10 for my score, but it doesn't matter in a sense that, you know, there could be far worse problems. Like, it could be the last map we played that we gave a 1 of 10 for fuck's sake. Because it was just so... Oh, we are not going to top that, I don't think, for a long time, to be honest. To be fair, we're not really trying. Like, maybe if I tried, I could top it. I've seen some pretty bad things. Like, just a generic fucking platform for you to grind your perks. Like, what the fuck? But, you know. So, yeah, I feel this map probably, in my opinion, not probably, it does. God, I'm so decisive sometimes, I know. But I feel this map so far is a little bit lacking in the audio department. Like, that's the only thing kind of meh iffy about it, really, in my opinion. I think the audio just needs a little bit of work. And by audio, I don't mean... Oh, God, I'm an idiot. I really just did that. But by audio, obviously, I don't mean, like, oh, you need custom music and you don't... No, you don't need that. But just variety in the sounds so it doesn't fucking kill someone with the amount of repetitiveness, if that made sense. So, yeah, that was, like, my 7-minute or so rant on audio. Beautiful, I know. A lot of these maps use the glow stick things. I'm just used to it now. It's just an asset that they use. I don't really knock anybody for it. Like I said, in these kind of mods and stuff, like these custom maps, I really don't knock people for using the same assets. God, I really can't talk. I'm so sorry. But, I will definitely not, appreciate and fucking commend people who make their own. Like, I'm sure that picture is not, like, painted or anything by this guy, but I've never seen that asset in another map, so that's cool. Just to see some variety, even if it is just, like, basically a copy and paste bullshit thing. But it doesn't really look like that, to be honest. It looks kind of nice. So, stuff like that, I definitely applaud. I think it's cool people do that. Ooh, this is a thing. Kind of a dead-end door, but okay. Just for the trader. But yeah, I definitely applaud people who can definitely put some original assets into it. Even if it's just small things. Like, I heard some... This is crazy, but, I think it's called Cubicles. We might play it, so... I don't want to say too much about it, because I might even say it myself. But, this map called Cubicles, like, had tables in it. And everyone was going crazy in the comments of the Steam page, going, oh my god, the tables, though. Because, I don't know, I guess some people really are into that asset thing. I don't know why. I guess so other people can potentially use them? I don't really know what it is about, because I myself am not a map maker. I don't really get the asset hype. Probably if I made a map, I'd be commissioning someone personally, because we've been over this. If I made a map, it would be pure shit. I can't design. I'm a writer, not a designer. I fucking do stories. I do storyboards, story writing as in text. I do anything that's story-based or idea-based. I do not fuck around when it comes to design. I will screw up. Ooh, we got a sewer-looking thing. Something new. That's cool. I actually like that. It looks pretty cool, actually. Shit. But, anyway, going back to what I was saying. Personally, I'd probably get a designer myself for this kind of stuff. Like, this stuff looks original, to be honest. I don't think I've ever seen this before, so that's cool, too. Lots of cool stuff on this map so far. But, yeah, I'd probably get a designer myself, because I can't do shit, so there'd be assets everywhere. So I guess if you guys are really crazy about it, which it seems you are, about new assets to potentially use, there you go, I guess. A little bit of hype builder. We'll probably have our own assets. Depends, though. Because I don't want to say anything, because I don't even know if I'd ever make a map myself. I kind of feel I have to at this point, just to kind of give back to the community, because I've been reviewing this stuff for so long. I feel I need to add to it in some way other than just adding my voice, if that made sense. I feel I should give a good example of what I would like in a map, if that made sense. Probably take a long ass time, and I'd probably do it in my off time with a friend, but you know. That's basically my life every day anyway. Like when we play Minecraft and all this shit, and we do all these complex builds to progress the story and crap. That's, so, yeah, random. I know, I just went on a tangent. I do that. And whenever I do that, map maker, it's not because your map is bad or anything of the like. In fact, it's the opposite. I was about to say, like an idiot. It's not because I'm an idiot, but in reality, yeah, it kind of is. It means I'm kind of run out of things to critique here, and I'm just kind of making the video go longer. But, to see how long I survive and to see if I miss anything. But, honest to God, when I go on a tangent like this about just random stuff, it normally, in these cases, means I really don't have any more input to give. It's a map. It's a good map at that. Like, I've said all I really can say about this in this situation. Like, it's a good map. I like it. It's well done for what it is. Scrapyard definitely is a scrapyard. So, I think you did a good job. I think you did the theme well. Good job. Can't wait to see what else you've made, because I've seen you made a few maps. Don't know where the enemies are right now. That's a little weird, but that's because it's a big map. It's understandable. It might take them a little bit. But see, there's a difference between a little bit and, like, that one big-ass map that felt big, but it was just an open wasteland, and, like, Zeds took, like, 30 seconds to get to you, or sometimes just never came at all. It was more than 30 seconds, too. I swear it was, like, 5 minutes one time, but you know what I mean. But, yeah, so I really do have to ask, though. Wait, actually, those aren't green. I think those are more of a cyan, not cyan, but, like, turquoise. That might actually be new. Oh, look. I don't know what that is, but hey. Something I haven't seen before. Woo! Oh, God. Hello. So, I'm trying to think what else we can go on about. Ooh. The hell is this? Is this like a lot? What? Wait. It's probably something to do with scrapyards, because I'm going to be honest, I've never been to one. I've seen them, don't worry, don't get me wrong. I'm not, like, just some idiot who is just, you know, saying random crap about the theme without actually knowing what the theme looks like. No, I know somewhat what a scrapyard looks like. I've been to some, but I haven't, you know, gone an in-depth tour or anything like that, so I don't know how much is actually to one, if that makes sense. Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. I still find it, like, I really do have to do some more research on some of this stuff, though. Like, for fuck's sake, that London map, like, I'm still, like, I looked it up, guys. This is a follow-up for those of you who watched that one. I know. It's just going completely off the walls here. Ooh. It's like a power area. Server! No, that's not a server. That's buttons. What the fuck? Why did I say server? Sorry, my bad. I really like server machines. I'm weird like that. But anyway, I did a follow-up. I did just a little bit of, like, picture searching, obviously, because I can't just take a trip to London out of nowhere. But I did a little bit of picture searching, and yeah, police cars in London, they do just have blue lights. I really want to know the backstory to that. Like, I want to know what the fuck, like, why in London they have blue lights, but here in America they have red and blue. I honestly think that the red and blue situation works better, but because it draws more attention rather than just being a calming color. Like, red tends to mean, oh, you fucked up with the po-po here. We gonna arrest your ass, or we're here to save you. Maybe that's why. Maybe in London, they rather their people be connotated by, you know, connotated as being, I might have just made up a word there, so bear with me. But, they want to be connotated as people who are here to help with the situation, not people who are going to shoot you on sight kind of thing, if that makes sense. There we go. But yeah, I think we've seen the majority of the map. I've been in rambling mode forever, so I think we actually might, where's the trader? We might actually, let's switch over to, let's be commando. It's been a while since we've been commando, and let's just fuck around. Let's get a scar, just because scars are awesome. Back when I used to actually give a fuck about Call of Duty before, you know, they struck my fucking channel. I used to like scar-based weapons, or weapons like scars, where they're just like, they're fast, but they're more focused on damage like that than they are fire rate, if that made sense. Though, to be fair, the Scar in this is pretty damn fast. The Scar in COD was a little bit slower, I thought. But, to be fair, this is probably not a realistic version. That's why this is a fantasy setting. This is killing floor. This is future, not past. So, yeah. So now, we're just pretty much trying to survive. So far, it's going nice and easy. Damn, I forgot how awesome commandos were, but to be fair, this is with the community weapons. Back in the day, it was not as easy as this. I felt the commando used to be just way too weak with the guns they had. Like, the fucking, I forget what the best one was. I'll have to look. But it was, I just didn't like it. It didn't feel good for me. Which is why I went with Sharpshooter rather than Commando. Even though back before I did KF custom maps, I was fucking a Commando. I was a Commando. I did Commando-based stuff, and I focused on being a Commando. So, kind of cool to return to my actual roots, if that made sense. To be honest, I'm probably the best as a Commando rather than a Berserker. Especially now that they finally buffed them, I feel. To be fair, this is an endgame weapon, but still. But I feel I'm not too bad with a Berserker. I feel I'm pretty good with the Berserker myself, but obviously, you know, some of you will probably disagree out there, and that's okay. I'm definitely not saying I'm an ESL player or an MLG or whatever the fuck the kids saying these days. I say the kids, even though I'm technically only 18 myself. So that's funny. Technically almost 19. Birthday's in October 10th very soon, so woo! There's that beautiful bell sound. Ooh, he even added, like, humming. That I'll give you audio props for. Like, a little attention to details. I always like that when maps decide to do that. That's always something I've liked about these kind of maps, if that makes sense. So, I think that's cool. I might have to turn up this video's brightness. I don't tend to do that just because it makes everything look like there's just a layer of white everywhere. But I might not have a choice in this case. I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, I think it was the FNAL was the old one, but I don't entirely remember, to be honest. I really don't. I remember I used to use the AK a lot with this class. But yeah, I'm probably going to turn the brightness up for you guys, so... Understand, this video is dark. Like, this map is dark. And I'm going to just give you an explanation of that, because there's going to be a lot of videos you'll probably notice on my channel that are way too dark, and I actually kind of want to address that just randomly here, if I may. So, it's weird how video recording programs work and how editing programs work, right? Because when I'm playing this now, I can see perfectly. Like, it's dark, don't get me wrong, but it's a different kind of dark. Like, I can still see where I'm going. Like, it feels like my brightness settings are there, right? But when I am recording this, for some reason in my videos, and I think any YouTuber can attribute to this, I could be on my own, though. I could just be having some kind of weird bug that God knows. But, it gets darker. Like, everything is so much darker to a point where you can barely see. I don't know if it has something to do with compression in pixels. I don't know if it's, like, something fucked up with just... I don't even know. I really don't know what it is. But for some reason, things get darker. And now I tend to leave it like that, because when I brighten it up, it tends to look a little weird. To be fair, I have not brightened things up in a long time. So, in this video, it might actually look phenomenal. It might look exactly how I was seeing it, and I'd be really happy if that was the case. But then again, it could also look brighter than what I was seeing. And while I can understand and kind of do want videos that obviously, you know, you can see, I don't want a situation in which you guys are misled into thinking a map is brighter than how it actually is. If that makes sense. Like, I don't want to make something so bright that... Like, let's say there's a zombie out there, and then immediately a zombie teleports in front of me. Let's say there was a zombie out there, right? Well, I can't see a zombie out there. Actually, I can barely see one now. Wow, what a coincidence. But I didn't see that at first, right? If I had brightened this up, you guys might have seen this right away, because it's probably brighter than what I had seen. So I don't want a situation like that where you guys, like, how do I word this the best? The best way I can really word it is... how do I word this? I really don't know how to word it other than think I suck, if that makes sense. Like, think my eyesight is absolutely fucking terrible, and I need you to constantly in the comment section tell me, dude, you missed this. When in reality, I would have never seen that because I brightened it up for you guys, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. I don't want a situation in which you're or you're misled into believing, by my own fault at that, that a map is brighter than it is, that I should have seen something, but my eyesight is just so terrible that I didn't, if that made sense. So, yeah. That's why I tend to avoid it. But for this map, because it's a night-based map, I'm probably going to have to brighten it up for you guys, which is something I've actually never done in my videos really before, because of exactly as I explained. But, obviously, I'm more than willing to brighten up my videos if you guys complain about them. Like, say it's too dark in the previous ones, but I'm not saying the first guy either. I'm saying with enough outcry. I'm just rambling. I really am at this point, like I said. So, Map Maker, if you're listening to this, probably should just skip to where I die at this point if you haven't already. I'll probably remind you, just to be nice. Because, yeah, so far I've legit found nothing. At this point, it's just pure raw gameplay and me talking. So, if you want just pure, raw, constructive criticism, or just criticism, period, depending on how you take this, probably should skip to where I die, because that's where I do my overviews. So, sorry for wasting your time. Unless you don't care and you actually thought I was entertaining, in which case, yay, thank you. I'm glad. But, let's be honest, you people are busy. Lots of you are busy, I'm sure. So, I don't want to, you know, I want to respect your time. I just thought of it, though, to be honest. That's why I haven't set it up to this point, so I'm sorry about that. Forgive me for my sin, please. Okay. It's nice being able to see them for once. Yeah, I don't really like the FNAL. I don't know what it is, but I just prefer the Scar. That's why Commando is always weird to me, because, like, I feel the Scar is just better. It shoots faster, it does more damage, and FALs just are not that good, in my opinion. That's why I honestly didn't like Commandos. I feel the FALs are just too underpowered. Like, you saw that. I tore through them, and what's weird is the Scar costs less. I just hold on to the FAL as a second gun, really, is what I mainly do here. So, you know, hello. Like in that case, I can barely see these spiders. You guys might see them beautifully. Who knows? Just going off the tangent about the writing again. Or the writing? The lighting, my bad. God. Quality content here on Xel'crin's channel. Just mowing them down. Is there? Okay, hang on. Trying to conserve ammo. Because I know. It's time to go shopping. Actually, I don't know why I did that, to be honest. When I think about it, because the Scar has way more ammo, too. Everything's just so much better about the Scar. What is even the point of the FAL? I feel they really need to buff it. I don't really talk about killing floor mechanics too often, because I don't really pay attention. That's not my thing here. But I really feel that you should... Can you shut up? Thanks. That they should buff the FAL. I feel it's just way too weak. What the fuck? They say the FAL is faster. What? Look at that, right? How is this faster? That's weird. Like, you can even hear it. This thing shoots. What? I think they just fucked up the FAL design, in my opinion. Or the Scar design. It's probably not intended to be this fast, but... I swear to God, this thing is faster. Hang on. Right? So here's one button press. Right? Here's two. Now let's try the FAL. One button press. Two button press. I feel the Scar is faster. Actually, I might have been... I don't even know anymore. God damn it. I swear the Scar was faster. I don't know. It's like such a little different, I feel. And for some reason, whenever I was using the Scar, or the FAL, as you saw, I'm having trouble. Scar, I'm just tearing him a new one. This guy was barely able to reach me. Barely. Being as in he almost killed me. What the hell? Why did he do so much damage? I think I might have forgot to buy armor because I'm an idiot and I'm not really paying attention at this point. I'm just honest to God. Just surviving, wandering, looking for new things. I think we might have found something. If you left, Mapmaker, whoops. Actually, I think we've been here. I really can't tell. It's just way too dark now. I have no flashlight or anything. And I'm just kind of wandering. Walk out of here. I'm dead. Oh, come on. This all looks new. We just found new stuff. Yeah, this is definitely new, though. What the hell? Fuck off. Fuck off. I think the FAL does more damage, though. I'm not sure. Like, in my opinion, it seems the FAL does more damage, but is slower, not the other way around. Oh, dear God. I'm dead. Wait, hang on. Final stand! Oh, we're dead. So, maybe we just found, like, a weird Christmas Easter egg? I don't even know, but... There we go. That was the map. Sorry, taking a drink there. But, yeah, I think just basically, as I was saying, the map was designed really well. It was big, it was nice, it was plenty to explore, no invisible walls. The only thing that was really lacking in was probably the audio, and that's not really a big thing of mine, but it's still a thing regardless, because obviously I would like some music on, as you know. I'm going to turn that back on, by the way, so I don't forget. It's like one. So there you go, music's back. But yeah, so I feel the only thing that was really lacking in is audio, and just because of that, I feel... See, it was a good map objectively. Like, it was a great map, and I liked it. But on a personal level, I liked it. It was definitely fun, but it didn't really, it didn't wow me. It was well made, don't get me wrong. It was just, if this made sense, not my kind of thing on a personal level. Now, this is where it gets complicated, because the map was really well done. While I personally didn't like it, it still deserves a decent score. I'm not saying I didn't like it. I'm saying that it didn't, wow me like some of the other maps. And that's not a bad thing, like I said. The theme was a scrapyard, and realistically, he got a realistic-looking scrapyard. That was well done, so... I'm probably going to give this... I think this deserves... The number that was sticking in my head was a 9, but that feels so high. Like, it's a good map, but I don't know. You know what? Because of all the original assets, I'm saying original, they were, but assets I haven't seen, lots of cool stuff, kind of cool effects too, like the bell, a lot of originality in it, a lot of just work put into it, clearly, no laziness, no slacking off, other than obviously the audio, which was a bit iffy. I think I'm going to give it an 8.5. I don't want to give it a 9 because of the audio, and I feel a 9 is way too close to a 10. Like, that's for the real gold of the maps we've played, but I feel it definitely deserves a place in the higher levels of what we've done, the higher scored stuff, because it was clearly worked on, and clearly this guy gave a fuck. Like, he added some... Like, he didn't just add a random-ass church that was just a church. He added a church that made noises. Like, he legit made bell sounds and stuff. And I think that's cool. I think that's very... I wouldn't say innovative, because we've seen stuff like that kind of done before to some degree. Just not often. But, it's a nice touch. Don't want to say innovative, but it's definitely a nice touch. Definitely a cool thing to have added. Very creative, in my opinion, to have done so. Rather than just being lazy out of the church and just moving on without any cool things like that. So, yeah. And just because he paid attention to details. Like I said, the audio was slightly lacking, but his attention to details for objects was not. It's weird. Like, for some reason, he was slacking when it came to the music. But when it came to the actual, things, the objects, the power things, made power generator type noises or whatever they were. I don't know what they actually are, because I'm not a machine guy, sorry. I'm a computer guy, not a scrapyard machine working guy, one of those kind of things. You know what I mean? But, he paid attention to that. Church bell noises came from a church. Obviously, you could even hear it coming from the church, not some random-ass place. You could hear the power generator noises. The sound was actually pretty good. So for that, I'm going to give you an 8.5 out of 10, obviously. And I think you did a very good job. This was a pretty good map. So if you're still doing this, keep it up. Good work. If not, best of luck to you. I'm sure you could probably do some really cool creative things in the future. So, yeah. Now, as a disclaimer, map maker, I really shouldn't have to give you this, as I gave you a big one, but I give it to anyone who's new, because I'm pretty sure I haven't done your maps before. As a disclaimer, take my criticism with a grain of salt. I'm one guy. I'm not out to destroy your map. I'm just a guy who plays maps on the internet for YouTube to entertain my audience and to give you constructive criticism or criticism, however the fuck you want to see it. Just some people take a difference between the two. Some people believe harsh criticism is criticism and not constructive in any way, but So take my criticism with a grain of salt. I'm not out to destroy you, or I'm not out to discredit you or anything. I legitimately am doing this and saying my thoughts and opinions and how you can potentially fix this stuff because I care. I want to see this map do well, but in this case, I think it already has done well. I think you've done a good job, so in this case, it's probably to make sure you continue to do well, if that made sense, because I've seen some just ignore that for a second. I've seen some map makers go to the toilet, like I knew a guy who made great maps, and then out of nowhere, he made a map where I'm sorry, I thought he was on drugs. I thought he was on drugs. I legit thought he was on drugs. It was pretty bad, but so yeah, take my criticism with a grain of salt. And you do you. And can't wait to see what else you got. We might even be playing one of your maps next, for all we know. Because you made some maps pretty close to each other. So, yeah. But anyway, guys. This has been Xel'crin. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in the next video, stream, or wherever the fuck you find me. Bye, guys.